just auto go live. Woo! It auto goes live. Okay, cool. I don't have to go through the info bit again. I already sorted out the info. So before the stream begins fully, I'm already on the game. I'm already on Treasure Coast still. I was starting to use Streamlabs. Okay, so it's a bit of story time here. And my hotkeys didn't work with Final Fantasy at all. In the slightest. No idea why. No idea. So I found out I could just use the remote control panel on my phone that I was able to download through the Google Play Store. Streamlabs official and all that. So now I can do this. Ta-da! We are here, and oh god, the display captures. Oh god. Something's wrong here. This is not right at all. Hold on a second while we transform, stretch the screen.
My turn.
And I go through the settings quickly because it's a little out on my end. I'm trying to figure out why that's the case. We'll lower this down a bit because that should be the case. So anyway, welcome to the next part. Well, part 4 of the Trails of Cold Quartz randomized thing. The series of videos that I am putting up on YouTube. So hello to you YouTube fellas, the few people that do watch it. Where I happen to utilize this right here. No idea what. Why is every single thing not fitting to the screen properly now? Like, did something happen when I? Hang on, I'm actually now troubleshooting here. If I switch, okay. So this is what we're doing. We have ourselves the sheets here. We have a wheel that spins for elements. The ornament type, whether it be fire, water, wind, earth, time, space, or mirage. And of course, that's what I lock the ornament slot into being. And the grey ones represent the ones I cannot change. So for example, we will always have 2 time and 1 fire if you're trying this at home on your PC or on your PS4 or even on your Switch if you happen to have a way of playing, if you happen to be in a region that happens to have it. So anywho, for example, we have cannon on green, so ideally we might be doing stuff there. So anyways, behold, we're in Hard, and last time we were looking at the quests as I then stopped the stream, being like, oh, this is a valid stopping point, and disappearing. So we have a monster killing requirement quest in Ore Canyon. Put a wing on it is also required, and we need to find a very specific stone. And we need to go to the jewelers to learn more about that. And there's also addicted to bath salts. Our client, Hassan Voltaire, is in front of a restaurant, and we will go there first. We won't be able to do the quest immediately because it requires going to the canyon, and put a wing on it is done first. And for those wondering, yes, I am using mouse and keyboard, and the mouse sensitivity is bad in my opinion.
Seems to be a statue of Saint Veronica.
They're talking about the statue. You know. Why are they talking about this statue? It's just a statue near a cathedral. Damn religion. Anyways, going and speaking to Hassan, he'll firstly mention Eustace, because that's what happens with every NPC in Hard. They will mention Eustace because it's like, holy shit, it's Eustace Albawea. His brother's Rufus Albawea. That Duke Albawea, though, hey, can't go wrong there. Or you can go wrong there. Some people might not be too happy about him. They want a specific bath salt stuff from Orhus Canyon, basically just rocks. That essentially used similarly to how bath salts are, I'm assuming. And it's very simple quest to do, but we have to wait. So heading down to Artisan Street, we guys explained how the street happens to be more to do with like the trading of stuff. Before we head into the restaurant, the jewelers, we can go into Delphos factory, get a bit of dialogue about Eustace again, and we can modify our slots. So for example, if we have a bit of Sepith, and been a bit. So if we look at our Google spreadsheet here, we can see that I could unlock a time slot on Ween, or a time slot on Ween, or we could start working on Emma's entire singular line, which means a Mirage slot at the moment, followed by the Fire slot if we don't use up all of it. We could go that route. We could go that route. Fee, we could be unlocking a Wind locked slot, or at the present moment there's the. Oh, I should really show this. Or there's the slot below the first locked Wind slot, which is, of course, where's Fee on this one? Wind, because I was the unluckiest person ever and got Wind 2 times in a row. Actually, you know what? It could be worse. I could have gotten Wind multiple times in a row, more so than that. It could have been a lot worse, ladies and gentlemen. Could have been a lot worse. So for Fee, we're really only opening up Wind slots. And if I open up one Wind slot, I'm going to be able to open up a Space slot. And if I open up the Wind slots on the first line, I'll be able to open up a Fire slot. So Fee, we might withhold a little bit. We might withhold on that one. And of course with Useless, we already opened up his second line all fully up, and so he only has the first line, so similar to Emma, we have to just track that accordingly. So we've already got the Space one, so it'd be Wind, followed by the locked Wind one, followed by the Water one, followed by the Space locked, and then followed by the Space not locked. So okay, so Useless, yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Marcius, we actually do have some slots already open. Of course, we have his Earthlock slot there, and we also have the second line. Of course, underneath the first Earth is Fire, followed by the Mirage and Water before the other Earthlocked. So ultimately, we've got options. We have options to do here. And we only have so much that we can spend. I'm going to open up the 47th. Anything that's like really low amount, I'm just going to open. Just out of... This will cost nothing. We'll do that, because... we do that and... Oh, we're done on that end, because that means I can open that slot with Reen. And we're done there. We've opened up some slots. Now, do I actually have anything I can put in them? This is another thing I should have done. I should have checked, and now I have to check again. Reen's second slot is time, so we have Soul Blur. Okay, we have Soul Blur. That's an art. We now have access to time art. For Emma, that was. So for Emma, that was after the first Mirage is Mirage. Okay, we double dipped in the Mirage, ladies and gentlemen, just for the. So I guess information will have analyze active at the very least. So now with Fee, we have our Wind slot, so we get an airstrike and we get move 1 because that's what I've got in the inventory. We don't have any other time, so that doesn't matter too much. And then the slot under the Wind, under our last Wind slot, is Space. Oh, we actually do have Detection and Golden Sphere. We'll give Fee Detection because we're not really using Fee for casting arts, so a Golden Sphere might not be useful. Whereas a Detection, at least we'll be able to see the undiscovered treasure chests. We may be able to find some quartz that would be quite useful to have, actually. Then, of course, with Useless, we had below the Space being Wind. So I think we used all but an airstrike. So we'll get an airstrike. And finally, Marcius, we opened up the Mirage slot, which means nothing because we don't have another Mirage Quartz. Let's see. Do we have? What's new? We can. Okay, we can't really make anything that I would put on Marcius. So, right, we're done with being in the Ornament Factory for the moment. Because, yep. Now we go into the Jewelers. And the fine gentleman that happens to be a tourist is wanting it for jewelry purposes, and of course they currently don't actually have the thing that they want, a Dryad's Tear. We get introduced to this white-caped man. His name is Baron Blue Blanc. And he's a fabulous gentleman there with his hair flowing the way it does, and that marvellous white suit. There's nothing wrong with him whatsoever. Yeah, lay it on thick there, Quiz. Lay it on thick. Right, what equipment do I have? Is that the strongest I could have? Well, it's certainly not the weakest. And am I still using leather cards? Okay, we need to go and find the weapon shop. I forgot where it is. Probably in the department store, actually.
It's so beautiful.
I do agree that with Emma here that Brayhard is quite it's got an air of nobility to it because it's full of nobles, and sometimes that's what you'd want to see. The weapon shop has weapons. We can buy said weapons. We have no money. Shit. We have now got some money. This is what. Oh, I did not mean to talk to them. This is what happens when we have fast playthrough file. Ladies and gentlemen, Quiz has no money ever. Why? That's weird. Why is that the scroll? Well, anyway, we'll equip Queen. We'll equip Fee, and we'll equip Emma. We'll also. That's a lot more strength versus the art argument. Well, for Marcus, no, we'll buy Marcus's for the time being, and then we'll leave. I'll farm the. Now I could just farm for a bit and then be able to afford some armor, but at the end of the day, if all the enemies are dead, then we won't need to worry about armor. Now we do need to head to the North Quartz Highway, so instead of just running there, let's fast travel. And so, on the North Quartz Highway, yes, everyone's EPs are lower because I opened up some of their ordnance slots, so we'll have to remember to rest.
Advantage is ours. Let's finish him.
Here we go.
The doable advantage. Oh, we're not linked. Let's link Queen with Eustace. Let us Autumn Leaf Cutter 2 of these. Because we can. And let's link Fee with Emma, and we can only target 2 of them.
My turn.
Ooh, what these guys we do again? Oh, wind and water. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Here.
My turn.
Oh, that fan kind of exploded. Oh god. Where did it land? Oh, I can feel wetness there. Oh, that's not good. Did it only go that way? Phew. Okay. Always make sure that you're not opening up a can right near electrical equipment, ladies and gentlemen. That is a pro tip. Or at least make sure you choose a can that obviously isn't about to have some easily appear out. Oh god damn it, Eustace. You had one job and that was to hit.
My turn.
I hate turbo, but I'll speed things up a bit. Well, okay, no, I hate turbo on PC. I'll admit. Turbo on console works so much better because you just press the button and it works, and you still get the animations. And you can choose to skip the animations if you really want to. I didn't get a single fan from that. Damn it.
My turn.
Huh. I actually got quite a few arts in Fee now. Not that that'll be any useful in Fee, but they're there.
My turn.
Can I snag? No, I can't snag two arts. It's like even the most lower down ones. Okay, so I should have mentioned something, but we're in battle. Since we're in battle, we don't have Elliot anymore. So no resident, Wasn't beat? What sounding beat? Whatever. Basically, we don't get the defense buff, but we do have Emma as our orbital staff user. She has the detector similar to what Elliot has. It causes its analysis way to do that and balance down, but she has Serene Blessing, and well, yes, it does cure KO. So let's say Fee goes down horribly in a massive explosion of damage, and I was just unprepared for. Serene Blessing can be used instead of having to try and cast instantaneously, instead of having to cast Fairlass or using an item. And sometimes you might not have revival items in the inventory, you know, it does happen. But it is a single target and it only heals 50% HP, and while it does give plus 20 CP, that just means that the person you've resurrected, they may be able to do like a thing, and then they're just stuck or attacking or casting arts until they've got more CP again. We'll heal Fee though. We'll heal her, please. I don't want to lose out on experience on characters, because I know what bosses we're fighting.
Here we go.
Okay, Fee's okay. Not me. Ween's poisoned. He'll slowly die.
I'll handle this.
But that's to be expected.
Yeah.
I actually started a bit earlier than I thought I was going to today. But that's what happens when you're done all the preparations early in the morning.
Thanks for the backup.
So you've got several hours to dick around and just not actually worry too much. Let's just continue. Let's have if that's useful. Anyway, we're heading over this way to get our Dryad's tier. It's literally just the one at this tree here. We are successful in obtaining it. Seriously, seriously, those battles I did, they weren't required battles. There's no boss fight to this. We're not going to be accosted by the King of the Dryads anytime soon. If there is a King of the Dryads in this area, then I apologise firstly for never seeing it ever in the game. I must be that shit.
I'll handle this.
Okay, the singular enemy will just do our attack at this point.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
Thriving Bomb, those are always useful. Nope, that's not the right one. Oh, which one was it? I know the button. It's one of these buttons. No, not R. Which one was it that brought up the map? No, I knew that's not it either. Not tab.
It's my turn.
No, alt that.
I'll handle this. Here we go.
How have I forgotten the button again?
Okay. Okay.
My turn.
That's another switch character button. Why are there two? This makes no sense. How is I'm glad I disabled my hotkeys because I've just pressed them all. I'm confused how I've done this, but I've lost the map again. I really am. Like, I found the button I found the button last time, and then of course we didn't play. Well, no, I didn't play the game. We haven't been on stream since then, and I haven't played on PC since then. I may have dabbled on PlayStation a little bit just to test some ideas out, but
Advantage is ours. Let's finish it.
My turn.
What are these weak to? Nah, not white. Not water. Not water. Not water. Not water.
There.
Put the fire thing like that. Obviously, fire plants.
Okay.
Whoops, you're up. Let's go. Oh fuck! I haven't got any damaging spells on her yet. Shit. Well, Chrono Drive. The speed is always a nice thing to have.
I'll handle it. Target locked.
Very well. My turn.
Okay. Here.
Okay. And in this wood chest over here is a Recuria. An AoE killing all element art can be useful if you know you're heading into a fight where the enemy's going to be casting a shit ton of them. Or at least the same one every time. And it's one that you really need to get rid of because otherwise you're fucked. Heading back towards Spreerhard, we have to step out of the way of several armoured vehicles. Otherwise known as an orbital armoured gun turret. Totally is, I'm not making that up. Of course, they're all designed by the Wainford Company. They are the ones that design a ton of weaponry that the Arabonia Empire utilizes for their exploits. And for anyone who's not new to this series, this may just be a tourist right now, but trust me, we'll learn who their name is later, if we choose to go towards the hidden quest that will pop up. I hope I chronicle everything that they do, because that'd be good for the payoff in 4, but Anyway, returning to the jewelers, we successfully hand it over. Then some witch knob shows up, gets it instead, and takes a bite out of it. That's right, he tries to eat it. Of course, Eustace grabs him onto him a little bit, and he's like, oh god, okay, I'm being one of Eustace, I'm out of here. Blue Blanc leaves. Sad, because that means I can't see him, and be like, yes, Blue Blanc, please speak the way you do to me more, and then question myself in a mirror. Obviously footage of me looking in a mirror not found. And so our next objective is just to go straight to the canyon. There's nothing else we can do really, except go for the bath salts and for the canyon monster. We'll hand in the bath salts after we've done the monster quest, basically. Going along the canyon, we get warned will take us a bit of time, so the time will progress by when we go back.
It dates back to the Middle Ages. It is. It's been there for several hundred years.
Okay, let's see. If memory serves me correctly, the battles are on like a point beyond where the boss monster is.
My turn.
So we'll have to head in that direction regardless. I'm just trying to remember the exact whereabouts.
We should be safe now.
In fact, if anything, while we're here, that's not helpful.
Right.
Of course, but it's only answer is to go for if anyone's asking about controls is just plug in a DualShock 4 or an Xbox controller. Over here is a chest. We can evade the tortoise. Get the courier bomb for courier reasons. Listen to this rather thematic music for a random route that we have to be on. But I am serious. How have I ended up losing the map again? Like, that just shouldn't. Oh, okay, that still works. Okay, we gotta keep that in mind. Oh, it got rid of my remote stuff. No. No, it got rid of the remote stuff. Hold on, I've just got a... Save it again. Oh, right, okay. Just had to restart the grid and it's not there. Why is it not there? Save. Shit. Shit, what have I done? Oh, okay. That's loaded up the collection. No, that's not what I wanted. Shit, okay, right, it's there now. Right, I am not touching anything. I'm not going to touch anything at all. We're just going to play the game and not accidentally press any of my hotkeys. This way is just what type of chest is over there? That's just a normal chest. We'll evade that strong monster for now. Just so that we're not gonna get our asses handed to us. So is anyone else we've neglected to talk about this? Feet's just pure damage. Uses is got a mixture of physical and magic attacks that you can do. Or at least you ideally should have him use because he has a decent art stat. Marcus is the only other person I haven't really talked about. But he is a support. He does damage, but he is a support. He does get access to a healing craft, I should say. Which it means he has a use. He's a backup healer for situations when your main healer can't successfully heal enough in time. And if he's got like a time before the boss, then it's like perfect, you can heal. Because I think Energy Shell also restores EP, it's been a while. So, carrying along the route.
This looks like quite an old road, though it does seem well reinforced.
Yep, looks like a lot of armored vehicles come this way.
Evade everything. Oh, this chest over there has gonna have enemies in it, but it'll have stuff in it.
Oh, that's a beautiful looking treasure chest.
Yes. Triple. Perfect.
Very well. Arcus, activate. Go.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Ooh, I just got all three of them. Okay.
How pathetic. I did it.
Hitting level 15, we get access to Arc Slash. It's a great way to cause delay with a line AoE.
What a nice looking treasure chest.
We'll have to fight our way through.
Nah, we could end up having to fire away through it. Or we could just S-Break. Self-feed dance. It's just pure damage.
Sylphie, dance.
Apparently spinning around in a circle using every bullet your gun blades can contain is a good enough thing to do when you're hard pressed and have to deal with multiple enemies.
Very well.
These turtles are more weak to the water, so we'll do that. We'll do a frost edge. The stream. I hope the stream is still up. After all of that messing about with stuff, I have to actually check on Twitch itself now. It is okay, phew. It is fairly still there. That's good. I was worried for a while.
Let's go.
Like that. We got the rare Quartz Breeze. Breeze is a quartz that we can't equip on Moon, but we can equip on Emma. It has aerial, breath, and Mercuria put into one, plus 40 EP, plus 5 to the art stat. So yes, we're putting it on Emma. So she actually has an archer you can cast that's offensive, and also you still have some support and stuff. So you know it's useful. Actually, you know what? Since I know that we're about to face the boss, do we have breath on Moon? No, we don't. We have on Emma. Okay, well we'll heal like that, and then we'll Terra Usus, and then right. Let's head up. We have ourselves the quest monsters there. Now we get a fun thing that the game will do to us. Reen probably should have said, hold on, maybe we should do this on something weaker, but no, we need to do it on the strong thing, because of course we can do. So we do need to actually swap our party slightly. We need to swap out someone for Marcius. I chose P in this case, and now we have to link. I believe, can we link these two? No, we can't. Okay, we can't link it in the menu. We don't. Okay, phew. We don't link it in the menu. It will auto link, so it means that it would have swapped the party probably at that conjunction. But I did. I sorted it out anyway, so it's not going to mess up. Anyways, the battle commences. So yes, for the first time, Eustace and Marcius are able to actually link. That is useful, because it means now I don't have to think too hard, at least for the moment. We'll see. Integration of gameplay and the writing occurs at some point. It hasn't occurred yet, but it will occur, and the link will shatter. Right, we'll do a frost edge on the enemy, since we have access to zero art. We're actually doing not a bad job so far. Let's analyze it so we get a bounce down, because that might be a bit more helpful, because Reen and Emma's gonna have to pick up the slack, and the link has severed, which also means 4 times of just not being able to apply a link. So if you swap Eustace or Marcius out with Fee, you still aren't able to link those two together. Fee with either of the two, or anyone else for that matter. Rather annoying in my opinion, because it means that you're just not able to pull off as many breaks, unfortunately, which I wish I could, but Eustace will be fine. He'll just be casting Frost Edge at this conjunction. I don't know if I can I get a Frost on this? Yes, I can get a Freeze. Okay. I'm going to start spamming Frost Edge on 2 people then. Emma can use Breath to keep Rena and Eustace healed, because they'll keep doing this, and I'll. Ooh. Well, Marcius is dying.
It's my turn.
Well, Serene Blessing, but I'm thinking of struggling to free, so that no, we can't link. Let's swap. Ooh, actually no, he has no CP because I used it. No, Marcius is better then. Marcius is better because we can at least get a potential defense down. which will be more useful in the long run. Ooh, we got slash. Okay, good.
My turn.
We got a freeze now! Oh, of course we do. I mean, it's going to die, so we're just going to heal Ween. So he's not close to death. And we win! People get level ups. Ween also got level up, so that heal at the end there was not really necessary, but hey, we now get Ethereal Edge on Emma, which is a line AoE of a medium size that will lower the art stat of the enemy. It's a magic attack, so it goes up against art's defense, and that's all it really does.
A matter of course.
The other uses does also get a skill at level 16, Wound Blade, an area of a medium with art's defense being able to be lowered from it. So if you're facing a magical enemy, you could do a whole 1-2 combo there with those two. But anyway, we've done it. The enemy drops down on the ground dead. These two go at each other's throats, and Ween takes a hit from the back by the enemy that should have been killed. Fee finishes it off. Ween declares that he'll be benched for a moment due to injury. And then this scene happens. The player now knows something is definitely being kept secret from everyone else in Class 7 by Emma. No, she will never actually explain what it is that she was using until everyone's already like, okay, yeah, we know what you were doing. I'm serious. That is literally what happens. The final dungeon of the game, it's like it's the perfect time for her to actually go, okay, fine, I admit it, I'm a witch, but doesn't actually explain it, which annoys me a little. That's right. I'm gonna rag on a game from the early 2010s that's part of a series that has been notoriously takes time to be localized into the West, and whether that's because either we can curse Exceed for just taking too bloody long, or Falcon for not giving NIS the script until way later than they should have gotten it. But, you know. However, we hopefully will be coming out in the summer. So I believe when we get to here, we'll get cutscened. And Ween's like, oh, actually, I don't feel too bad, actually. Anyway, Fee, what was that? Oh, I stabbed it. Yeah, we know you stabbed it, but that was good awareness of the area. Of the situation, in fact. Yeah. And that's enough about that for now. Ah, damn it.
It's my turn.
Oh, we are not linked in the slightest. These two can link. Right, that's Ethereal Edge.
This is it.
Gotcha. My turn.
My turn.
Oh yeah, we don't have. No, Lethal Sickle does have a chance of death blow as a heads up on that. That's why I'm wincing every time it actually hits.
Let's keep going.
Nope. Here's a moment of me questioning whether I'm brain dead or not, but oh, I did not give them accessories. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Arts. Probably prefer it if she doesn't get confused. Marcus can get the card plus for now. Coach Stocks on Usus and that. You can get Silver Chain and Fortune, which leaves some other stuff for Marcus. Anyway, here are the bar salts. we harvest them, and we'll be able to hand it in once we get back. For now, we need to head to the fort at the end of the canyon to report that we have done the task at hand, which is, of course, killing a monster. Do be careful while going across this bridge, as there's a sworder there, and as a random party member will tell you, they're dangerous! We gotta be careful, or something along those lines, or, egads, a strong enemy! We'll surely be crushed under its massive weight of how strong it is. And so we make it to TOCS Fort. It's an impenetrable fortress. Or rather, it's designed to be a defensive, to be in a situation, defensively speaking, not too bad. A whole bunch of armored vehicles are getting taken by a trade. Eustace goes off to learn more. So we follow Eustace. We report, and Eustace wants to report on what he just saw, and everything's reported as reportedly reportedness. That's a lot of reports. Maybe we need to stop having these reports. A smaller amount might be necessary. And of course, different coloured reports are minority reports. I am going to slap myself off stream once we're done here. Anywho's, now it's time to slowly walk our way back to Boyard. Because we were done with what we were doing.
That one looks Here they
Ah!
come.
Okay, right, you are somewhat weak to weighted. You are not. Okay, we'll deal with you first since we can. Users has no EP. Fuck this, we're running. We're just gonna run. I have. Fuck.
Won't be so lucky next time.
We'll just run from that situation. I don't really want to. Turbo and that all at the same time just really just. Sirens are alarmed because something happens. We see some flying object, and it appears to be a little girl with the flying object. Whatever. They're just flying, of course, over above us, so maybe that has something to do with it. And of course, two armoured units are heading along to try and figure out what the fuck that was flying over their fort. It's now evening time. We can swap wing back in, thank goodness. We are definitely doing that. We are still having a our leader, so we'll just press alt until we're now wing again. And we shall make our way. Wait, we're holding control for this because, as well as shift, so we're spinning and turboing because this is PC turbo. Okay, shit. But it's faster than it could be, is the point I'm going to make.
We're finally back.
My feet are killing me.
Some of these guys have never been on true hikes. We make it back as it's not so bad of a time in the evening. Heading back over to the Central Plaza, we get to hand in the bar salt quest to Hassan here. You know what, let's just talk to the dog, Richard. Woof, 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 woof. Doggy, yay. Anywho, it's back to the hotel for us. Because we are done for the day. Before entering in, Eustace's dad shows up. Says barely nothing at all, and Eustace is just there to ponder. So of course they all dine at the restaurant to have a meal and all that, and try and understand why they're here. Blue Blanc shows up. He may be a bit barren, but he definitely looks better than most of the nobles. Anywho's, later on, everyone looks to be asleep except for Eustace and Reen, who have a long dialogue that actually gives us a bit more to do with Lucius's backstory as he is technically a bastard. As a fellow bastard myself, I can agree with that sentiment. But he is still an Albert at the end of the day. Marcus, of course, did overhear all of that and is like, God damn it, he's actually going to try and bond with people. Huh, maybe I should too. Day number 2. We get ourselves the envelope, and with it there is a highway monster on the North Coruscant Highway. We've been there before when we got the Dryads here. Now there's a Phoenix Mantrap there. And the Bite of Nostalgia, the owner of the sorcery restaurant in the Central Plaza, wants to make something and requires ingredients that we can get. Eustace seems to be much more happier today, but the butler shows up to request him to go back to the Aberware household. Fair enough. While he's here, makes sense. Marcus is with us though, and he's going to have to carry the weight of being useful now that Eustace has dropped by going to his home. So yes, for the time being, Eustace is out of our party. We're back to just 4 chums being chums. And so that means this side quest does not involve Lord Eustace at all. But anyway, he plans on making a meal. Anyway, this guy here plans on making a meal. If we actually have the ingredients, the globby fat, we probably already have enough globby fat for it. But we do need to grab the ingredient that is situated within the church. The Breyerhard Cathedral. A big church, basically. Talking to this sister here, Titania. Yeah. Titania? Yeah. Whatever, we get our thing and we head off back to the restaurant. We do not have the globby fat I thought we had. Okay. That's good to note. How much is it that we need? 5. And, I pressed the wrong button. And how much do we have? 1. We might not do this quest, ladies and gentlemen, because just thinking it through. While we're in Breyerhard, because there's multiple things we can be getting on with. First things first, let's go back to the factory and exchange some of our Sebith. For it was why I pressed the spacebar button. Oh, whatever. Anyways, in the exchange bit, we exchange our Sebith maths, and we're going to exchange a number of this because I actually do want to be able to afford what I'm going to be buying. I hope this is enough. We're not opening any additional slots at the moment, but we are going down to Flintry Tailoring. And we're going to the shop. What we have here are cotton shirts. It's good for Wayne, but you know. Anyway, silver jacket for Wayne, silver jacket for Marcus, golden dress for Emma. Shit, we don't have enough. Well, that sucks. But better defense is always good to have sometimes. And I'm just preparing for later, is my MO here. Anywho, pressing tab, we are actually about to just speed our way through the canyon for a hidden side quest. I believe it's at this point we have to do it because I don't think we can actually leave for the canyon after we do the wanted quest. I don't think most of these enemies will be. Running past will contain globby fat, bleh, on that one. So we will have to just, you know, wing it and all that.
Dangerous foe. Stay on guard.
Stay on guard is on R6. But over here is Anton, a series recurring character. We may have spotted him earlier near the train station entrance. He gets separated from his buddy, Ricky, and really should be getting escorted back because his whole MO is being a love-struck idiot who finds affection in people who obviously do not love him back.
Seems dangerous. Be careful.
And so he travels around. You see him in the Bell during the Sky games. He briefly shows up within the Crossbell games, and now he's here in Breahard for us to see in Coldsteel. He jumps on the bridge and shouts a bit. It doesn't matter really at the end of the day. This is a hidden side quest that you wouldn't think to go for because on a normal casual first playthrough you might just be thinking, oh, okay, we'll do this thing up the North Coastal Highway and then we'll see what else we get given to do, because there's no reason to go down the canyon again. We help him getting back here. Ricky thankfully was just sat by a bench, and so we did it. But the day is saved. They're able to be buddies again as they go along. And yes, they are just buddies. Anton may finally find love later on in the series. I won't say when because there's more quests involving him in pretty much all the Cotswold games actually. Anywho's, now that we're on the highway, there's a monster we need to fight. This one over here, the Venus Man Trap. Warning, this enemy can cause blind. There's no way to get advantage on it, and it'll come with some additional enemies to be had. Now this is important, we need to make sure we are linked when we do things, because I don't think it's going to really do much with wind. Yeah, no, wind's not so good. So we're going to do a chrono drive.
My turn. Target locked.
Speed downs, always nice. Link with Marcius. Actually, oh yeah, we're mainly gonna have Frostbite as our thing, which is even worse. Oh god. Okay, we're not using magic. I've made that decision, which means if I'm not using magic, we're motivating. Oh, we have a crit. Okay, we have a quick break shot. Might as well do it on the man trap itself, because the other enemies will just deal with it. Though I am tempted for a flame slash. Silver Rods, that means we can aerial, I guess. It will still do some damage, it's Emma, so it will mean that it will be a good one because she's got good art stat. So yeah, we still dealt good damage.
My turn. Target locked.
We're gonna snipe the crit with Wayne's S-Break. Marcius dodged! Yippee! He can hit things still then.
It's my turn.
But I am gonna need to breath. Ideally. Oh god, because I can't snipe the HP, it's gonna gain a small bit of it back.
My turn. Target locked.
Okay, we hit successfully there. Breath, Swing Blessing.
Hear me. Thanks.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, we don't have to CP for that stuff at the moment.
Another chance. Gotcha.
Bite Swing.
How about this?
Break Shot. He has defense down, so he can hit more for more. So I can win. Assuming they hit, damn it.
It's my turn. Hear me.
Swing Blessing Win.
Thanks.
My turn.
Oh, we're gonna need to impede.
Target locked.
Damn it.
Here we go. There.
Okay. Oh, it's so close. It's polluted off. Hits them. Oh yeah, Rena and Marcus has the defense blind. Rena doesn't have it, but he wasn't in the way of it. That counts as overkill. Okay, that shouldn't count as overkill, I would say. But okay, we got 2.5, which means we get a bunch of experience. Yippee! Dun, dun. And we get 4 bit. We got 4 bits of globby fat. Oh no! Oh, we want to do the quest still. Oh no! Oh god! Can we even do the quest still? We do it! Marcus finally makes amends with everyone about being a snobby prick throughout the past couple of months, while basically getting up in Reese's face continuously. And there's any other noble that he doesn't like, which is all of them, so. And yeah, victorious, we head back to Breyerhard. Upon heading back to Breyerhard, a bunch of military people surround Class 7 to arrest Marcus. He was sighted at the fort not too long before the siren went off. Some guy who would only have been seen in a novel prior to this point. Yes, a canon fucking manga novel thing. That's always nice to have to do to be able to understand why a character exists within the plot. Always fun, ain't that? Anyway, Marcus is locked up. We can't do anything about it, and useless. We just can't get our hands on. The hotel is also not a place we can go into anymore. As well, we can go there, but there's no point to it. So Ween, Emma, and Fee have to come up with a plan. They are trying to come up with something. Obviously, they think, oh, maybe Rufus just get out, but he's busy elsewhere. So this blonde-haired man basically gives us the answer as to where we could go, the waterway. And yes, his name is Toval, by the way. He's apparently really good at the arts thing that people can do. I proceed to check my notes, see if I can actually do the Pirates Nostalgia, and yeah, you can still do it, huh? So wait, hang on, you can still do it, but I forget because you can hand it in when you've got Marcus, which adds to him understanding stuff more. But if we go here, there's 2 guys there to be like, and they just stare at us because it's like, how do don't get involved in anything. And it's like, well, how are we going to get involved in stuff? You just arrest our fellow classmate. Like, what are we meant to have done? But yeah, anyway, the point of nostalgia, they just get a meal, and there we go. That's sort of that side quest is now done. We don't have to worry about that. So now we have to find our way into this waterway. It's not really a sewer; it's just a pure waterway. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. It's the other one then. So heading over to that area over there, the Station Street, there is a pathway down over here that leads us to the waterway. It is normally locked, and it currently is locked, so we can't just go in, unfortunately. Heading on inside, and we enter the dungeon for Breyerhard, the underground waterway. this waterway is, of course, was constructed a long while ago, and so the technology for the gates are also kind of outdated. But it still works, obviously, and this will lead us towards to the jail cell, where Marcus is being held up as a hostage, essentially, as he didn't actually do anything, and the rest of Class 7 that were on this trip can attest to that. But because his good old daddy boy, Mr. Senior Wagnats, I forgot his fucking first name, damn it, is of course one of the main people of the Reformist faction, the guys that are changing things up, and the nobles aren't too keen on that. Let's just say it means that he's a prime target to go after, to try and cause more issues between the two factions, much to the detriment of everyone involved, to be sure, yes, but it does make sense, because if you can try and blackmail the Reformists, would you as a noble do that? Quite possibly, in fact. Since there's only the 3 of them now due to Marcus, we actually can't have 2 links. We have to pick who's linked to who a lot more carefully for the time being. But you should be used to this if you've played through the first part of the game, so you know whether or not to switch. Oh, we got flash grenade at some point. It's a large area blinding thing, can also seal, and it's in a way it's a nerfed version of what Randy has in the Crossbow games, which in the Crossbow games are fucking great because blinding the enemies are good. Good in the old system because it just lowers accuracy just by such a good amount that it's like, why would you not? Logic. Whereas with Cold Steel, blinding an enemy isn't really, like, I would say steal an enemy, freeze an enemy, death blow, if it's an area where death blow can happen a lot more easily and they aren't resistant to it, are better than just trying to blind an enemy, because blinding will only just increase your chances of not being hit. And if you have to rely, oh, sand powder in that chest. We don't have any of the DLC, so that will be helpful for us if we ever need any serum powder for anything. And we open the first gate with
Just the kind of thing you'd expect in an old ruin like this.
every RPG that ever has to rely on RNG. Accuracy is always going to be that, because in the purest form, in like a lot of the old school RPGs that utilized on PC, that utilized D&D logic, your Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter Nights, for example. There's always a load of things that are being done with simulated dice rolls, but that's what hit chance has always been in every RPG ever. Even the ones that weren't inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, your very early Final Fantasies, for example, where there's still a chance you'll miss. And so the system will always exist where there's a chance you just fuck up, and the game isn't really, it's not because the game is punishing you for being good, it's just RNG has decided that you are to fail horribly, and it kind of sucks when that happens, in my opinion. I found the button again, by the way. Anyway, we got ahead to this main trailer, so as we run along over to this bit here,
I certainly didn't expect to encounter the 3 of you down here.
it would appear that Ursus was also down here. Turns out he was put under house arrest the moment he entered the front door. Funny that, ain't it?
The entrance to the guardhouse is
But
to the
it
west.
does mean we now have Ursus back in our party. Yippee. Heading the way Ursus came, we can find ourselves a chest over here by an enemy that will be doing magic. That is weaker to magic than and all that, specifically the earth and wind varieties, so I think that means we can airstrike one of them. obviously, like.
Arcus, activate.
Stopping the attack would happen normally. Dun, 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 dun,
We should be
dun,
safe
dun,
now.
dun.
Making progress. Success.
And in this chest, we are awarded with a low quest quartz. Assuming we have anyone to equip it to, that can be useful. Just takes a bit longer to activate than using Elliot's thing, and doesn't give us the health regen. Though that's the only downside to it. So anyway, this bit here is part of the area we could see earlier. There's a Tira in there. So if you really need a Tira equipped onto someone, now you have another one, and it's the rare version, so you get increased stats. Yay! We love ourselves some increased stats whenever we're trying to have the same quartz as before equipped on people. Anyway, now with that slight detour done, we shall head the correct direction, and then immediately turn in the wrong direction again as there's a giant ladder. Slowly going up it.
Why is this ladder so long?
Is it harder to climb ladders when you've got a big chest?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The tiniest of all the characters in Class 7 is questioning whether or not climbing a ladder with giant tits is hard to do. And I would question that too, but to be honest, if you do have to move your arms about more to be able to climb a ladder without a ladder, then yeah, it would probably take more energy. And god damn it, this bird just immediately decides to wreck shit up. We're gonna change our link though. Okay, we missed the one furthest away, but that's fine. I know what I said about flash grenade, but like, it might be worth it. I don't know. We have to just try and not have more issues because the game decides to be a bit of a pain. Oh good, that one enters the thing. And that one entered the thing! Yay! We'll figure out which one it is that's moving. Okay, it'll be that one that's moving. So if we /that group there, they'll take damage and hopefully attack delay. Yeah, okay, good. And hopefully we hit all. The aerial deals a good amount of damage, but not really. Okay, so we are going to have to keep these ones on their toes. So Eustace doesn't get hit again. A bad spell happens to Fee. She assists. Good. Assists again. She is going to die. And all I have is an ultimate cutter. So we're going to selfie dance, I think. Just as a fuck this, trying to do this legitimately, I'm just going to use the S break just to deal with it.
A matter of course.
Get some level ups and get the Invigorate Rare Quartz. And now as we climb back down the ladder, we'll get additional... No, we don't get additional dialogue on this ladder. Okay, it must be a different one then. Because there is additional dialogue, but to do with ladders and the size of someone's chest, but not that time.
Here we go.
Oh, I can't rob the enemy of that. That's just one. Let's not get frozen completely, all of them. He's got like no health.
There's another lattice door.
That way leads to a chest.
There should be a mechanism to open it
This
somewhere
is the way
nearby.
we go. Kill. Yay, 2 of them.
I'll handle this.
My turn.
It's my turn. Here.
My turn. Done.
Right, we deal with those enemies. Bit of phlegm in my mouth. All of a sudden. I hope I'm not starting to get like some kind of heat cold or something. That would be fucking bad. Or something along those lines. Anyway, this ladder contains a normal red chest.
Spy treasure.
It's a silver thorn. That is useful. We'll, once we're down off the ladder. We'll have any information. I'd rather have silver thorn. That's just a normal chest. We'll skip it for now. Oh, we'll just skip it because carrying on along this way. It's clear that that's where we've got to go. But there's another chest over here and another slightly long ladder. We'll turn on turbo for this just to show that it takes a bit.
Spy treasure.
If we didn't. Inside this chest here is a cast 1, which will shorten the arch casting time.
I'm exhausted.
It's gotta be the chest.
Fee, that's enough.
Honestly.
My theory is still the same. Certain external factors can cause some people to need to use more energy doing the same form of task as others, depending on what part of the body is getting utilized more. At this point, it's clear that there's no way to actually do anything, so Fee sets up explosives and blows up the door. Clearly, all the guards in the guardhouse should have just heard that alone and immediately gone, well, okay, let's go and investigate that sound that came from the waterway. Oh, it looks like a door exploded, and there's Class 7. Oh, and Lord Eustace. Anyway, Class 7. Stop what you're doing. Fee had high power explosives. So this is when Fee reveals she's a Jaeger. And for series veterans at the time, that means one thing. How strong is a Jaeger? Just a random group that, weren't really doing much and would just basically just be reinforcements for a bigger group? Or one of the big ones, like say the Red Constellation or Zephyr, the real big groups that are quite powerful. Let's put it that way. Anyway, since we're here, we can actually customize some of our weaponry, which I am actually going to utilize because I do want our guys to do better in terms of the damage output. Anywho's, now we get to the prison cell, where Marcius is, and we can free him. Yippee! A tiny explosion is done just to open the door. The guards check and see Class 7, and so now we have to fight them. God damn it. So much for the sneaky route, hey? Can I have your witch? It can just
My turn.
about.
I'll handle this. Be gone.
Here we go.
I would snipe the quit, but I want the CP for the next bit.
Okay.
But doesn't mean I won't arc slash.
Okay. Hear me.
I suppose I should thank you. My turn.
My turn.
Go.
It's my turn. Here.
I'll handle it.
Go.
Damn it. No, we're not doing this shit, are we? Where I die to these fuckers. Oh yeah, Bayonet Strike useless. Oh goody, this is really happening.
Here we go.
And miss, really?
My turn. Target lock.
Not yet. Not yet.
My turn. Target's eliminated. Let's get going.
We weren't gonna get much experience out of it anyway, but we succeeded. Let's okay, let's pause for a second. That was a lesson on who Chris needs to understand how fate works. Let's live stream. Yes. I'm the massive dum-dum that dum's about. Dummy dum-dum-dum.
There wasn't much he could have done.
Seriously, though.
I'm just glad you're all right.
Fucking hell. Any experience is good experience in my opinion. But, oh, god damn it. This is an just quickly still. No, I cooked everyone. So I just got unlucky. As it were. Anyway, we'll be leaving and dealing with the next segment. We get to hear a roar as we flee. We won't encounter any enemies as we're doing our fleeing, as it's maybe just a mad sprint away. As 2 armored dogs are being used to chase after us. Bit much, I would say.
There are 2 of them, and they're big. And hurry.
At least we can tell by the sounds that we can hear. Yeah, but yep, they surround us.
Don't let it intimidate you.
Marcus and Eustace will now be able to link with each other. Goody.
All right, let's do this. All right, very well.
It's my turn.
My turn.
Oh, wait, hang on, yeah. These are both not as weak as I would think with.
Leave it to me.
How about this? Now. There.
My turn.
Be gone. Go.
It's my turn. Arcus, activate. Now.
I suppose I should thank you.
Right. How about this? Now. There. My turn.
Kind of hoping to be able to delay spam at least one of them
Go.
at this conjunction.
It's my turn.
I'll handle this.
Go.
I actually do have a plan.
There.
I got bad luck. And that was even worse luck.
I won't lose.
So yeah, no, this was bad. This was really bad to happen there. Energy shell and hope for the best because Eustace is got a defense down still. Oh god, he's not gonna have enough health.
Very well.
Finally, I got a delay spam. Will impassion Reen, cause if I can reach him, yeah, I can. Okay, good. So he can get some CP regen going. I'm actually gonna swap to Fee for this. No, we'll do an S break.
Very well. I leave this
Switch
to you.
back to R and arts, breath, group there. Oh,
Right. How about this? Now. Here we go.
alright, that one's basically dead. I just need to start working on the other one.
Target locked.
Oh, so close. Oh, I did. Oh no, I didn't want that to have happened. Shit. Right, we're gonna need to breath because we're not getting the 50 health, and we made sure it's not getting the 50 health. We're gonna need to start relying, hopefully, on not dying.
Here we go.
She can't target herself with it. That's kind of annoying as well. So that means I have to rely on breath. I don't think Recruiter's going to do much at this conjunction, so we need to really just make sure things don't go too awry.
Target locked.
Leave it to me. How about this? Go. Go.
Whew. Okay, so this battle I should have explained. This battle can be quite annoying because Armor Crusher can lower defense and Howl can increase its strength. That's kind of annoying, as you can see. However, once you've gotten one down, you won't have to worry about double Cracker recovering. Which, if it happens, faint and can easily kill whoever it is that gets targeted very easily, rather annoyingly. Just, ugh, painful. So all in all, a fun time for everyone involved. Thankfully, they can be you can delay them a bit, but you don't have all your delay spamming capabilities yet, because Reen doesn't have many of the ways to gain the CP unless you're using Force at this conjunction. So the arc slash is literally just the occasional move you'll be using unless you can start consistently having the right amount.
My turn.
So ultimately, this Eustace also does have a
Gleaming blade.
thing, but that did not deal damage.
Okay. Target locked.
Here we go. Right.
Yeah. Hear me.
No, oh no, it was Wayne. It was Wayne. Okay, phew. I thought I cast it on Fee. Oh, thank goodness I didn't. Okay, good. Okay, well, I mean, it would have been useful for Fee anyway to have maybe access to a craft, but we'd much rather an arc slash than a sweep at this conjunction.
Leave it to me. How about this?
My turn.
I've neglected to talk about this, but I think Emma and Marcus together as a for support does work out quite well, because Emma has the way of healing a single person. It gives them CP, it gives stuff like that, and Marcus then replenishes more health and also EP, and its AoE can be useful together. Anyways, Marcus now gets more of that. We get a hit 2 from one of them and a HP 2 from the other. I don't remember which way around it's meant to be.
A matter of course.
Done.
A whole bunch of level ups. And yeah, we did it. We beat the dogs. Yay! We stayed around too long though, as we get surrounded. Eustace being a part of the group doesn't matter, because to them it doesn't care. And then Rufus shows up to save the day with a "that won't be necessary" of importance matterance. And Sarah also happens to be here to see what the fuck's going on here. And at the end of the day, we get revealed that Rufus is part of a board of directors. As we get on to the last day, where we're still in Royal Hard, but not really, because we're travelling back. What do I mean by board of directors? Well, to put it simply, the board of directors is a reason why you can easily say a level of nepotism occurs, as we find out over the course of another 1 to 2 chapters, that this also involves Marcus's dad, who, you know, is one of the big members of the Reformers faction, and Irina Wyford of the Wynford group. They have every right to put people in if they decide to.
So that's class 7,
I
eh?
guess.
A little rough around the edges, but they managed to get through in one
Terval
piece.
is happy that Class 7 seem to be doing a good job so now. And of course, so it's obviously the Bracer. And Blue Blanc talks.
Indeed.
And Terval questions about Blue Blanc because fun fact, if this is your first game you're playing, you wouldn't realise this, but Blue Blanc is a member of an evil society full of evil people. He is one of their enforcers. Number 10. So if you want to go with the Arcana idea, that's Wheel of Fortune. And it does fit Blue Blanc. It does. Everyone's tired after such a busy day yesterday as they take the train back. Everyone's happy. A little bit of teasing of Sarah, cuz, and that little girl from earlier, whose butt is showing more than you'd think it would. Damn you, Japan.
So glad I didn't have to bust it.
Clearly doing the whole ominous thing as some mysterious evil people were doing last time round. So clearly this blue-haired girl is going to be important in the later. But for now, we don't need to care. We get a miserable discipline because we got to rank B3 with 109 total AP out of all the AP we could get. And we got an S! Wait, this is the... Wait, hang on. Oh yeah, I fucked up in the first chapter. I fucked up the merchant quest and I think I missed something. Yes, there was an achievement for getting an S and an S grade and thing. And, okay, good. My current display capture will show that will show the PC achievement. So for those of you wondering, yes, this is my first playthrough on PC, full playthrough on PC, need I say, because good lord, I am more of a PlayStation person. Anyway, that's chapter 2 done. Yes, that's right, chapter 2 got split into 2 parts. Fun, ain't that? this is a perfect time to end the stream, for the reasons of I can then just do as much of Chapter 3 as I desire next time, which will be next week. And for those that didn't see the schedule, if you're watching this on the VOD, I don't actually have a picture. Do I? No, I don't. I don't have it loaded up. But basically, every Monday I'm going to stream Legends of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 1 through to Cold Steel 4. I may carry this on to Reverie, but I might go backwards and do the Crossbell games first, just so I can have Lloyd's group. But I'm not sure, because I think there is some change, because there are definite changes to how the system works in Cold Steel 3, so I'll explain more as to what I'm doing with Cold Steel 3 onwards, because of the subquarters and all that, and a change in what there is in the lines then. But Wednesdays and Thursdays, if you happen to be watching this VOD and you make it all the way through, tune in to twitch.tv/Chris_Fur. You'll be able to see me play Final Fantasy 14, Realm Reborn, and all that jazz on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Should ideally start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, British summertime. Convert when necessary, and we're venturing through the first Keldor dungeon still. And of course, you're almost likely on my YouTube, so you'll be able to do stuff. One of the people that I'm friends with on Steam are playing some Starship Troopers game. Ain't that wacky? Well, and on that bombshell, I'll see you guys that are watching these VODs next week. As for everyone else, see you Wednesday. That's the end stream button.